Hi, I'm Val McKinley, and this is actually my first day of recording a YouTube video for you. Being the last day of the year, I wanted to make sure that I talked about a project that you could take on, a project of gratitude and thinking about what's been important to you that day so that you start, or if you already do, looking for the good in your life, the things that have made a difference. And so I will introduce myself as time goes by. You can find me on Instagram at lifecoach_Val to find out even more about me. But today I'd like to discuss something that I found in my favorite shop, Indigo, and it's called 365 Gathered Thoughts. And the company is Sugar Boo, and have always loved the Sugar Boo company. But anyway, this jar is for collecting, as it says, 365 days of can be sayings or something that has happened to you. I have used a version of it for many years. I have always called it, when my husband and I got married, the commitment cube. And in this, we put things over time that are important to us. And then on our anniversary, we pull them out and talk about them. And so that is very much like this 365 gathered thoughts. And as I was getting out my lens cleaner in the kitchen, I thought, here's something else you could buy. I think I got this at Home Goods. I obviously have lens cleaners in it, but you could use it as a receptacle for your thoughts and memorabilia. And the reason we're starting to think about it today is that maybe you can find your memento box or jar. And then what happens is at the end of next year, so December 31st of 2024, you can take this out, and it could be a family memorabilia jar. It could be each member has, you can experiment with it and play with it this year to see what you all like. Like I said, this one from my husband and I turns out to be a fun anniversary activity. And what I usually do, I have several accountability partners where we share our gains with each other every night. We share just 3, but you can take on a practice also of keeping a journal. And a friend of mine made this lovely leather-bound journal for me as a 70th birthday present, and I love it, and I've used it every night, and I always say as many gains that I've had that day, a lesson learned, something, a relationship that got repaired, or something that I did that day. For example, Zumba, that gets me going every day. I filled out my Thrive invoices. I made a hotel reservation. And I did an Instagram about Diane Feinstein, just because I thought she was such an amazing woman. Anyway, so these gains are my way of measuring backward every day. How am I a different person by the time I'm writing these at night? If they're good memories or lessons, your brain acts as if, when you're remembering things, your brain acts as if it's new information, and you're getting shots of dopamine when that's happening. And then I'll describe this some other day, but then I always write just 3 gains that I hope to achieve the next day. Anyway, so because I already do this, and my accountability partners, we just do it to just share with each other, to check in, and you can do it with family members, with friends, with clients, whatever. But when I was in, again, one of my favorite stores, Indigo, at the beginning of December, and there was a sale, of course. So I saw this Gathered Thoughts, and I thought that would be such a cool extension of what my friends and I do. In fact, I'm going to share that as a game with them tonight. But the way this jar is, and if it had been this year, or even I'll pretend this happened this year, and my friend and I had gone to a race, and this was from our race, so that could go into the jar that particular year. This one particular friend, it turns out, she gave me this darling bracelet when we went to the Taylor Swift concert this summer, and so that would go in the jar. When my husband and I went to one of the we went to several, but if we went to a play, we might put in the ticket from the play. The other day, I went off-roading with my brother and 90-year-old mother in Borrego Springs, so I might put that card in. And when I went to Hawaii, I picked up this on one of the days that I was with my friends Diane and Rich, and I could put that in the jar. So what I have is either, I could have either a card, and my husband happened to get this set of cards on a ring, and it can be any card or any thing to write on. And so you could just maybe one day, this lid also has a slot, which is cool, so either way, and put maybe your favorite gain of the day in the slot. And so I don't have the lid on very well. But anyway, I wanted to, like I said, introduce you to the Gathered Thoughts and Gathered Experience jar so that, again, you can add to it. It's suggested by Sugar Boo and by myself to at least put one thought in or one memorabilia piece in every day. And, of course, some days will lend themselves to memorabilia and some will just not. But anyway, and then a year from now, I'll be here and I'm going to actually intentionally use this gathered memory jar and then have a conversation, perhaps with my husband, perhaps with my friends. I haven't decided yet. Or I might have a conversation with the person that I'm gifting. There were only 2 left. I'm gifting the other one of these jars to. So it's been delightful to share with you. I have a tendency to just have a lot to share and want to have some of that between us. So thank you for being with me in my first reel for you. Well, I don't know if they call that on YouTube, but being with me on YouTube today. And I'll be here again. I think I'm going to choose one of my Instagrams each week. That's what I'm thinking right now. So see you in about a week. Thank you. Bye.